What's going on, Seaport? It's Pac-Man Jones with Savannah Seaport News. Now, we had a really deadly 3 weeks in the city of Savannah. Now, a suspect has been charged with murder and a fatal cutting of a homeless man on Friday, September the 4th. According to the Savannah Police Department, around 2:20 p.m. on Friday, officers responded to the 1100 block of Haley Street, that's in Carver Village, and found 69-year-old Issac Singleton Sr. suffering from wounds sustained during a cutting. He was taken to a hospital where he later died of his injuries. Detectives identified Lionel Cook, who ages 57, as a suspect in the incident. Cook has been booked into the Chatham County Detention Center and charged with murder. And there were 2 other homicides that happened in the month of August. There was a shooting outside the Copacabana Sports Bar on US Highway 80 in Garden City. Now, according to the GBI, 40-year-old Juan Altamirano is wanted for felony murder, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and 2 counts of aggravated assault, where him and a guy by the name of Armando Hernandez Suarez were outside of the Copacabana Sports Bar arguing before shots rang out. Now, upon arrival, they found Mr. Suarez dead on the scene, and Mr. Altamirano is still on the run. I don't have a picture of Mr. Altamirano at this moment, but any more updates about this, I'll let you know as well. And the last shooting of August happened on August the 27th, where they found a 60-year-old man on West Huntington Street and Whitaker Street around 11:40 a.m. for a vehicle check. Upon arrival, officers discovered a man sitting in a vehicle deceased. He was identified as Ernest Manker. An autopsy conducted determined Manker died as a result of a shooting. The case had been determined as a homicide. Now, when they first found the body, they didn't really know that he died from a homicide. They thought that it was like self-inflicted wounds. So the detectives continued to investigate the circumstances around the shooting, but just more so about Mr. Ernest Manker. He was from the Gillisonville community in Grays, South Carolina. And he graduated from Ridgeland High School in 1980 and was a member of Mount Calvary Pentecostal Holiness Church in Ridgeland, South Carolina. And it also says that Ernest was a kind-hearted person with a big heart, especially loved spending a great amount of time with his co-workers. And he left behind 4 children and 8 grandkids. And I just want to say this about the homicides when I cover them. You know, when it's a young black person that gets killed in the city of Savannah, it's easier to find a picture for that person. But when that person is a little bit older, like an older black person, it's a little bit harder. It might take a few days to find a picture or identification of that person. Even a non-black person, like a non-black older person, it might be a little bit harder to find a picture versus finding a picture for a young black person that gets killed in the city, because you know, a lot of young black people that get killed in the city have Facebook and Instagram, and they have, you know, different pictures on different social media sites. So, you know, the older people really don't have that. So, you know, I don't want y'all to think that I'm not giving enough information on these news videos that I talk about. You know, just a lot of times that, you know, the pictures don't come out instantly. So as far as Mr. Issac Singleton, I don't have a picture of him yet. And I don't have a picture of the dude that killed Mr. Suarez yet. But I'm pretty sure I'll get one pretty soon. And any other updates about any of the homicides that I talked about in this news video, I'll let you know as well in the next update. But as for me, I'm out of here. Take care of yourself and stay blessed.